Ready? Play. 15.
It's a question of how many chances Nadal might give Smyczek in this match, and I don't think there'll be too many. It's whether or not Smyczek will be alert to that and be able to take advantage of them.
It's not just the little guys that get nervous, it's the big guys that get nervous too. You can see Rafa's toss a little low there. It's when you get twitchy, the toss doesn't quite get up there. Everybody's feeling it. And that's that chance you were talking about. Smyczek got out of trouble, and he gets a short ball and very makeable shot where he really should have been forcing the issue. Makes an error with a slice backhand. Rafa feeling a little twitchy here at 15:30, and Smyczek gives the point away. Nadal has an advantage against every. This is the first meeting, so Smyczek, I don't know if they ever practiced together, but chances are it's the first time he's seeing this much topspin, so it takes a while to get used to that kind of spin. The way Smyczek plays, you know, those guys are dime a dozen. But the way Nadal plays, he's the only one that really hits that much topspin, so it takes you a while to get used to the trajectory and the way the ball jumps off the court on the bounce.
Opening service game to Rafael Nadal. Opening with an ace, Smyczek.
The other day against Yuzhny, it took a while for Rafa to find the range on the forehand. Wasn't moving his feet that well.
Well, those are the things that he'll be working through in this match, and of course in the first match against Yuzhny. Those things take time to hone with the lack of match play that he's had recently. Love game for Smyczek in double quick time. Encouraging.
Oh, that's a great hold. You always want to get that first game under your belt, playing against the top player, get on board. And Smyczek did it with authority here. Very good game. Jumped on that one. That's what he has to do. As he's got a slight frame. He's about 160 pounds. What is it, about 70 kilos?
That's it, right.
He's got to really throw everything he's got at the ball to create some pace. It's about 73 kilos, 72, 73 kilos.
Conversion rate is smarter than mine.
I've been doing it all my life.
At missed.
Just out, I think. Rafa might challenge it. Nope.
Love 15.
Close, but no cigar. Just out. See Smyczek running backwards, tracking that ball. So much topspin, the ball runs away from you. But Nadal just missed. Some fancy shorts he's got. That sparkly piping.
Quick to react, Nadal. Yes, calls them his party shorts.
Well, that's the deal here. He put so much topspin on it. See Smyczek's running on the diagonal the wrong way. And even though they hit a really good shot down the line, he's so far behind the baseline. Nadal plenty of time to put it away.
Big hitting Nadal forces the error from his opponent.
Yeah, Tim Smyczek still snatching at the return of serve. He's still not quite picking up the spin on the Nadal serve. It's bouncing up, but also sliding away from him. So he's having a hard time with the two-hander reaching up to the ball.
Oh. 14-15.
Faded away and out, and Nadal holds serve to lead 2-1. Well, powerful backhand drive down the line from Nadal.
Love 15.
That's all Smyczek could do, just get the ball back, and now Nadal flattens out that backhand. He hits it much flatter trajectory than the forehand. The ball gets there fast.
Well, he made Nadal work through the point, but then went for too much, trying to finish it, Smyczek.
Make Nadal work. You don't want the points to go on that long. Smyczek had a chance to come to the net earlier in the rally. Pulled back, clearly not that comfortable at the net, and paid the price. He has to hit so many shots from the baseline to try to get into a winning position. And trouble comes quickly when you're playing Rafael Nadal.
First break points of the match, 3 of them against Smyczek. Well, took good advantage of the short ball from Nadal on that occasion.
Yeah, he's got to do that. He's got to take the time away from Nadal. Somehow either hit the ground strokes hard, try to keep the ball low, or come in, force the passing shot. Baseline to baseline, it's not going to happen.
Nadal just works the points so well and was ever alert there. The speed of foot gets him to the net cord. And the break of serve puts Nadal ahead 3 games to 1.
And Nadal just explodes to this. He was already moving forward, then he really speeded it up. Quick flick of the wrist, racket out front. See, right there. A lot of players make the mistake when they run to the ball. They keep their racket, you know, by their hip. And then when they get there, then they reach up and they overhit because the racket's not organized. So you need to run with the racket in front.
Yeah.
Racket to the ball. Much easier to control that way. Still not reading that spin on the serve, snatching at it. Needs to move over to his left, Smyczek, to counter the slice of Nadal's second serve.
Nadal wants the perspiration mopped up.
It's a bit on your right as well. Right there. Thank you. It's all right. Thanks.
right on the line, although Smyczek's going to challenge.
I think it split the line right on it. If that line had chalk on it, the ball would be white. Let's see how good our eyes are. Well, maybe not that much line, but
enough.
Enough of it. I'm surprised, because I mean, for a tennis player, that's a lot of the line. Smyczek was right there. Maybe he was just hoping.
Toweling down between almost every point, Nadal.
Well, look at that. It's just dripping off him. It's unbelievable. I would have to be in like 50-degree weather for that to happen.
Wayward forehand from Nadal. And he's got the game and leads by 4-1 in the first set. Second ace for Smyczek.
Well, he's held at love, then he lost his serve at 15, I believe. Well, it looks like he's going to have an easy hold, but he's going to have to redline it. Go for the serves, go for the ground strokes. And a little serve and volley, beautiful volley there.
Yes, good lunge volley from Smyczek to hold serve.
Yeah, he'll have to get adventurous and brave and hope that he makes the shots, mix it up. This is beautiful. Good serve. Rafa had to slice the return and a beautiful textbook volley there. Maybe could have started a little bit lower, but kept the racket out front. Racket to the ball, as I said earlier. Makes life a lot easier.
Oh, I don't know if he necessarily had to hit that, but he was going to make sure of it, Nadal.
Smart play from Nadal. Didn't have the opening here, but he just dips it short, so Smyczek had to half volley up. Looked like that ball would have gone out, but Rafa made sure he won the point. And that's tough. Smyczek played a great point and still loses it.
Well, Smyczek should be playing at the top of his game. He's had 4 solid match wins to get into this encounter with Nadal. 3 through the qualifying for the tournament, and then defeated young Australian player Luke Saville in the opening round. Straight sets. Was no pushover, 3 tough sets, but 1 through, so 4 match wins on end. That's pretty good going.
I think playing a qualifier in the second round is okay, but the first round I think the players don't want to play a qualifier because they had to win 3 matches to get there. They're very happy.
Correct.
Match tough. They won those matches. They have a lot of confidence. And you, meantime, you know, are nervous playing your first Grand Slam match. For them, it's their 4th match already. So, but now it's the second round, so it kind of levels the playing field kind of levels out at that point. Sometimes Rafa forces the issue too much on the forehand. That could have been an easy backhand down the line, could have even come in on that. But he's looking for that forehand so much, sometimes he overplays it. Usually it happens when he's a little nervous. He looks for the forehand and sometimes it can get short. That was a tough one to run around, but anyway, most of the time he makes that one.
That was pretty good defensive lob, but Nadal more than equal to the task. Yes, Vilas will be devastated. He's been dining out on that record for a long time. 30 years since Vilas played.
Wow, that long. Haven't seen him for a while. He's usually at the tournaments. He's wearing black, sitting in the president's box.
Call took a little while coming here, and Smyczek has taken his cue from that late call to challenge.
And it caught. Just out. Oh, it's about a millimeter. Bad luck. That's a good challenge. The crowd seeing his reaction on the big jumbotron elicits a collective laugh.
Oh, it was a good serve, deserved better, but Nadal's just too tough.
Well, Smyczek held easily from our end, which is, I guess, the north end, right?
Northern end, yes.
And has lost his serve earlier on, and now he's in trouble again, and those break points are now set points.
3 of them.
He stoned that drop volley. Rafa did. He really got pretty good feel, but he just put his arm out there. His body was going the wrong way on this drop shot. It was all arm. And Smyczek quick on to that ball.
1 saved. Three successive forehands nailed into the corner. The third one does the trick, and Nadal seals the opening set 6 games to 2.
By 6 games to 2. 15.
He's inevitably going to overhit the ball at some point in those baseline exchanges. Smyczek just trying to do too much, being forced to do too much to try and win the point.
Wow. Unusual to hit a winner from that far back, but that's Nadal looking for the forehand, so he leaves that corner a little vulnerable. But still, what a great shot you have to hit. You see Nadal will be looking for the forehand, so he's leaning to his right. That's why this was a winner. But he just makes the court so wide and long. With the topspin, you know, he's got more room to work with. And then the topspin, if he hits it cross court, you're really running out wide. So you feel like on your side, the court is much wider. And then Nadal, of course, is looking for the forehand, so he had a very small space to hit into, so it's like narrow on the other side. It's like not the same size, no, not the same size on both sides of the court when you feel like when you're playing him. Well. First break point for Smyczek in this match. Never got one in the first set. So what looked like a comfortable game. A little danger time for Rafa Nadal. Doesn't want to give Smyczek any ideas about winning sets or matches here.
Wow. Double fault from Nadal, which gives the game away.
It's all right, it's the right shot. You gotta red line it. You gotta go for more than you would in a normal match, because you're not playing a normal player. So when you have that opening, you gotta play some brave tennis and go for it. So it's a good miss, is what I would call it.
Oh, nicely done.
Smyczek was thinking about quitting that shot on the baseline, but then he thought better of it. Meantime, Rafa hit a really short ball, so he was able to get on top of it, and it's a nice volley here. Really close. I thought Rafa was going to hit a lob, but he went right at Smyczek. Easy put away.
Yes, twice now that Smyczek has produced copybook volleys at the net. Oh, exceptional point.
I told you Smyczek was fast. That was great court coverage from Tim. Great anticipation.
Third seal.
Anything cross-court would have won the point for Rafa, but he thought he would get it by him with the down the line. But Smyczek very quick for that shot. Well done.
Let's first.
It's out. Those sorts of unforced errors he can't afford, even though he's a break-up.
Yeah, especially when you're not really doing anything with the ball. If he's going for a winner, okay, it's a good error. But there he was just keeping the ball in play and missed it. It's kind of a forced, unforced error from Nadal because you know you need to really get the ball in the right place. Maybe trying to keep it really low. Missed it.
Advantage, Nadal.
And he whacks the ball away in disgust with himself. Smyczek allowing the immediate break back by Nadal.
One game.
Yeah, he had a great opportunity to hold there. Missed that backhand and missed another forehand and another forehand. So Nadal kind of gave the game away when he lost his serve and Smyczek returned the favor. And those are the kind of games that you really need to win. When you have an opportunity to win the game, you need to take them. Those games don't come back. Now he's got to break again to get ahead. It takes so much mental toughness to play the top players. The ball comes a little faster, a little bit deeper, a little more spin. Takes a lot out of you mentally, and he worked so hard to get the break. And just gave it right back.
Well, we've seen a lot of points like that, extended baseline rallies ending with the ball in the net from Smyczek.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of rally that Nadal wants. He wins it and he gets you tired for the next one.
He thrives on that.
Cumulative pressure and cumulative tiredness. Although he does take time between points, so it gives you a little more chance to recover, but still.
Also gives himself the best chance to recover.
15.
He's an immensely physical player, Nadal. One of those players who run through brick walls to get to the ball. As we said before, that's the determination factor in combination with the passion and the talent. What happened to the 20-second rule between points?
Well, it's 25 seconds on the normal tour, on the ATP tour, but here they give you only 20, which is, I think, a little too fast. But then they don't follow it either. I mean, Rafa just took almost 30 seconds between those 2 points. He gets to the line quickly, but then he has to go through his routine.
Whoa.
Just the sheer power drew the error there from Smyczek, and Nadal holds serve now and leads a set and 2-1.
And the numbers for Nadal have not been good so far, with 14 unforced errors and 7 winners. Usually it's the other way around. So he's been a bit spotty in this match.
Third ace for Smyczek.
As good as the returns are from the players these days, I'm surprised guys don't serve a volley more often, because if you do it just once a game as a surprise, you know, it really pays off. You guys trying to hit the ball deep, so you're going to get a simple volley. And then when they start looking to see if you're coming in or not, they don't return as well, or they maybe try to roll it at your feet. Now you stayed back, now you have a short ball you can come in on. Just to plant that seed of doubt in the returner pays off. So Smyczek doing it pretty well here.
Am I correct in my observation that there's been a noticeable effort back towards serve and volley in women's tennis at the moment?
Well, just more. I think the women are getting more aggressive.
That's what I meant,
to
more
come to the
aggressive,
net.
yeah.
Not necessarily serve and volleying, but quicker to come forward. Definitely. That's just nasty.
That's out.
He missed it. Didn't have to be that good.
Had the whole court to play. 2 games all.
Oh, so much. I mean, Smyczek was 25 feet behind the baseline on this shot. But guided it well enough down the line where Rafa had to move sideways. Does a full 360. And Rafa missed the volley. So back on serve. I mean, still on serve now. 2 breaks and 2 holds. Did you see Rafa didn't step on that Melbourne sign? He stepped right over it.
Yeah.
He's got so many little tweaks and twitches and quirks in his superstitious repertoire. That was funny. Took a big step. Didn't want to step on the paint.
No, never steps on the paint. If he can help it between points, and those two drink bottles lined up like sentinels by the chair on the change of ends. He can spend 10 or 15 seconds just getting the placement of those bottles correct before he walks back out on the court. Well, he's focused here. This is a very quick service game to 40 love.
Yeah, players don't like to lose their serve, but the top players really don't like to lose their serve. So he let down a little bit at the beginning of that set, but got it right back. It's all business now.
Nadal holds to love and leads a set and 3-2 now over Tim Smyczek of the United States. Nice.
Nicely done from Tim. Really saw that shorter ball and stepped into that. Quickly pushed this ball down the line. Ball has to get there fast to hit a winner against Rafa.
2 in a row.
Nadal's standing pretty far behind the baseline on the return of serve, so let's see, it's a really good return. Smyczek's got the openings.
Fourth ace of the match for Smyczek. Couldn't have come at a better time. Gives him 3 game points. Staying with Nadal now after the early break of serve each way. Only 1 point conceded by the serve of the last 2 games. Something's going to have to give here shortly in the second set at 3 games all.
And if not, there's always the tiebreak. Not like the old days where you could have a 12-10, 12-10 match. You know, you won 2 sets to love, but it took a long time.
I'm afraid the commercial imperative, as much as anything else, ended those days.
Yeah, Jimin Van Allen started the tiebreak. Used to play the 9-point tiebreak, where at 4-all in the tiebreak, whoever won that point won the set. It was a set point either way. Then they made a 13-point tiebreak. Same thing at 6-all, and then finally, now the 12-point tiebreak where you have to win by 2. Thank goodness.
Net cord set it up for Smyczek.
But uncharacteristic. I mean, it's not a miss by Nadal, but that ball should have cleared the net by a couple of feet. So, a couple of unforced errors here. I mean, the whole court, normally that ball, he went right through the middle of the court as well. Thinking Smyczek would run one way or the other. Uncle Tony Nadal not happy with that one. Rafa really getting himself into trouble.
Love 30. Not 40.
No free points on the serve, and then Smyczek really not giving anything away. You can hear him laboring between shots to get back in the middle of the court. But Rafa obliges with 3 unforced errors. Wow.
Double fault. And the break for Smyczek to lead by 4 games to 3. Second set.
Smyczek, as you said, serving very well.
5th ace. And it was a shade over 200 kilometers per hour too. Solid serve. Out wide for an unplayable serve rather.
Yeah, and because Rafa's standing so far back, those wide serves really pay off. Took that return a little bit earlier. Still, the opening was there for Smyczek. I'd like to have that forehand back.
Oh, full marks, Smyczek.
Nice forcing shot from Smyczek from being off the court. Really had to hustle for this one. But 9 out of 10 times, Rafael Nadal makes that shot. He had the opening there, but was late.
To work overtime to put it away, Nadal, but does so.
Now Smyczek's taking his time. There is no way. He's about 30 seconds right now. Umpire clearly not paying attention to the clock. Now it's that running forehand that's been giving Rafa trouble. He's not timing it well. He's kind of guiding it, which is very uncharacteristic for him.
Smyczek hold serve. 5 games to 3.
Smyczek leads 5 games to 3.
Gone for another racket, Smyczek. Important game coming up. Return of serve game for him. Important game for Nadal. Serving to stay in the second set. Position that he probably didn't expect to find himself in.
Now Smyczek is making Rafael Nadal run, and when Rafa's on the run, he's not timing the ball so well. That backhand again was a makeable shot for him. He missed it. He's a bit unsure of himself right now. New balls. Again, another sitter for Nadal, and he lets the ball clip the tape. That's nerves and perhaps lack of match play. Doesn't have the confidence to really let her rip.
So love 30.
Nadal's pushing a little bit. He's pushing the ball. He's not swinging freely at all right now.
Smyczek 2 points from the second set.
Yep. I don't know if I've seen Rafael Nadal guide the ball this much before. He's just not releasing the racket head. 3 set points for Smyczek. Wow, quickly things turned. You said at 3-0 something's got to give. I didn't think it was going to be Nadal that was going to give.
Been a flood for Smyczek since then. Smyczek wins 4 successive games, 2 breaks of serve to take the second set against the number 3 player, Rafael Nadal. 6 games to 3. It's a set all. Oh. Sharp start for Nadal with the return of serve.
That was a great serve. In fact, I thought it was wide when it landed. Really short inside the court, but Rafa, look at that right foot, always keeping the ball in front of him, using that right hand to get over the ball. First winner of the return of serve in the match.
Hey. 15.
Just cannot time those balls on the run. Most of the time they've been going in the net. That one flies deep. Kudos to Smyczek for making him move, forcing those errors.
That's the first double fault of the match for Smyczek. Been serving so well up to this point.
He's got a lot of kick on that serve or slice, so it's really hard to attack. He's been very good at neutralizing that second serve return.
Two sets of tennis, and Nadal still hasn't got the timing right.
Smyczek has been very unpredictable on his serve. There's not been a pattern. I'm sure Rafa wouldn't even know what he likes to do because never played him before. Well done, Smyczek.
Perfectly.
Well, that's his third double fault. At least this one wasn't on break point down. Uncle Tony saying vamos. He's on that same side, same end of the court as Nadal right now. It's so tempting to be coaching, you know. Whatever you're thinking you should be doing, you want to say it out loud, and you're not allowed. Aye.
There's a fine line between encouragement and coaching. That's why they place the Grand Prix supervisors so close to where the player boxes are, or vice versa.
Toss is getting lower and lower.
Tired serve.
That's more like it.
Yes, it is.
Getting fired up. He'll get himself activated and the crowd as well. It's a very positive second serve and a positive move forward on that forehand. He's just been sleepwalking out here.
Well, it's time to come awake, make
Yep.
things happen.
15 love, 2 double faults. He's trying to get himself fired up. Sometimes you just flat, you know, you have to create this drama to get yourself going. That's a super return from Smyczek, one of the harder serves Rafa's hit. And the ball got there fast. Didn't quite make him move enough on the serve. Smyczek on top of it.
Well, he gave Smyczek 2 extra bites at the cherry.
That was a super get from Smyczek because Rafa really teed off on that overhead right at Smyczek, and he reflexes this thing with his forehand as he's going to his left. It's a pretty decent lob. But now he's so far back he can't control it. Uncomfortable overhead for Rafa there. Rafa's not getting on offense the way he's used to. Smyczek is moving really well, neutralizing. He's got used to that topspin. The ball is coming back a little bit faster than it was in the first set. And Rafa's pressing a little bit.
Well, Smyczek's worked himself into the
Yep.
match a lot better from his perspective than Nadal has. Whoa, did he lean on that?
At this point, Rafa's thinking, okay, you are playing out of your mind. It's time to stop it now, because this is more of an exhibition shot. The way Smyczek jumps up to hit this up and forward and right in the corner. That's a great shot. Break point for Smyczek. Real danger time now for Nadal. Manufacturing a break point out of nowhere.
Past him and breaks. Well, his supporters love it. The crowd give him due credit for a splendid match to this point for Smyczek. But a set all and a break in the third.
Well, clearly Tim Smyczek has done his own work. Of course, Rafa is at a disadvantage here because he probably hasn't seen Smyczek play, if at all. Certainly doesn't know his tendencies, whereas you can really go and write a big thesis on what Rafa Nadal likes to do. All the statistics are there. You can really get it from Hawkeye, as well as just by watching. No secret on how Nadal plays the game, so Smyczek has definitely has a good game plan here.
That's good. Well, everything coming off the Smyczek racket at the moment turns to gold.
He can't believe it either. He got him smiling. It's like, where is this coming from? Playing on adrenaline. Shot he had no right making. Dips in right in the corner. That's what we call treeing. He's playing out of his tree right now.
Did it catch the line? Yes, it did. Wasn't cleanly hit either by Nadal.
That was a miss hit. It would have been a winner if it had been a clean hit. Miss hit almost pushed it wide, but the ball dipped in. Just on the line. Why? Well, it was a change-up from Nadal, but what a push! Nadal just slicing the forehand, almost baiting Smyczek to miss, and he did. Smyczek is playing the match of his life right now. And Nadal saying, what is this pesky qualifier doing here? I have no right to play this well.
Oh boy.
Well, that was the first bad shot that Smyczek has really hit. Perhaps would have been easier to let it bounce. The ball was pretty high. It's falling off to his left. Missed it badly. Rafa says, thank you, finally. You blinked.
Breakback point, Nadal.
Will the pressure start adding now for Smyczek as he's seeing an opportunity? Because we talk about pressure, you know, for the top players, but for this guy, this may be the only chance he ever has against the top player to win. So it's different kind of pressure.
Wrap the racket around that completely. Tony's not game to look.
was a delayed serve and volley from Nadal when he saw what a good serve he hit and how far back Smyczek was. Snuck in. Yep, that was a delayed approach. Good sneak. Those were some really great deep forehands from Smyczek. Overhit the backhand. Like I said, for a player like this is maybe a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So pressures on the top players is constant. But for Nadal, this is a second-round match. For Smyczek, this is maybe
a grand final.
This is it.
Deserved better.
Well, that's the Nadal volley. He spiked it too much, allowing Smyczek to run under that ball. It's kind of a volley overhead. Smyczek guessed right. Almost made it.
Nadal.
Set all 2-all Smyczek to serve, and an eye on the well-being of Nadal.
That you can't practice that shot because it was such a mishit from Nadal. That ball was really spinning so much after the bounce that it looks like a simple shot, but it actually isn't. Not surprised to see an error from Smyczek on that one. Nice flat shots from Smyczek, not allowing Nadal to get set up for his shots. He's hitting the ball either really low and hard or deep. A clean winner there.
The qualifier Smyczek is taking it right up to Nadal. Got to put out of his mind, Smyczek, whether Nadal's at 100% or 98% or 95%, doesn't matter.
It's still Nadal, and you still have to go for it. You still have to hit great shots. Decelerated there. Well, is Smyczek limping? There's a dainty-looking walk there. That's more positive there. Quickly up to that short ball. Inside out forehand, his favorite shot. Break point for Nadal.
Tension building on both sides of the net here now. Smyczek thinks he's in this with a winning shot. Nadal frustrated.
Yeah, he had that down the line. Didn't have to be that good. Could have been 3 feet inside the sidelines. That would have been a forceful shot. Smyczek is onto the spin of the Nadal ball, and he's taking the ball early. Doesn't let it spin out. Takes it on the rise. So he's not as far back behind the baseline, so the ball gets there quicker for Nadal. Again, taking away time from Nadal. And an ace.
An ace for the game.
Smyczek's quickness is really paying off here. He's so quick off the mark. Rafa's offensive shots are not giving him the easy ball to put away.
Moving in quickly for the kill, Nadal.
He's not been hitting that backhand down the line well today. He's been pushing it or missing it. That one was hit with authority. And as soon as he hit it, he starts moving in for an easy put away at the net.
That's it.
It's another cheap error from Nadal there, getting himself into trouble on his serve. Simple forehand falling away, not getting set for the shot.
That's it.
First set.
He had break points on Smyczek's previous game. Smyczek's serve not quite finding the mark that it was now in this third set. 50% of first serves in.
Against Yuzhny, Rafael was taking the ball early on the second serve, really forcing the return. He's done it only a couple times today. Doesn't seem to have the confidence to take the ball early.
Well, he's getting a look at quite a few second serves now in this third set.
Yep.
Here's one of them.
50.
Well, his body was in the right place, but the racket just quit. Ran right into that shot. Jammed himself. So neither player playing particularly well, right? It's been kind of a flat area here, yet it's the most crucial time of the match.
Well, they both know that, and maybe that's tightened up the game on both sides of the net. Too good. You heard the call there from Tim Smyczek. He knew the minute it came off Nadal's racket that he was beaten.
Well, 9 out of 10 times that forehand goes cross-court, so Smyczek was cheating. He's still in that corner. He's waiting for the ball to come to him, and it doesn't. It goes down the line. The down the line has not been there for Nadal today. He's starting to find the mark now. That was a bomb down the line. No, that is just so uncharacteristic.
Good serve, indifferent reply from Nadal, set up the winner for Smyczek.
Smyczek jumps into the backhand quite a bit. He's done it about 6 or 7 times. This is the first one he missed. You wonder if his play will fall off or if he can maintain this new level that he found during the match.
Break point now for Nadal.
More pop on that forehand. 2 in a row. And a good sneak again. Sometimes you just have to create that adrenaline within yourself.
He won't be intimidated, Smyczek.
Nadal was about 8 feet behind the Melbourne sign on that return of serve. So even though he didn't hit that bad a return, he's so far back, it takes too long for that ball to get there. I might challenge that one. It's hard for the umpire to see that because the ball is right between them and the line. But he was pretty convinced that the ball was out.
Make or break time for one or the other now in this set. Short reply from Nadal, gets what it deserves.
Yeah, that wasn't that good a serve to elicit that kind of response, but had a lot of spin on it. And Nadal, because he's so far back, really had to reach for it. If he was a little closer to the baseline, he could cut the angle. But good 1-2 punch from Smyczek. And decelerated on that one. It's like, I know I'm supposed to hit it down the line, but I don't really want to. Oh, please go in. Oops. So another break point for Nadal. Third one in this game, right?
Third, correct. Oh, dear. Talking to your former sparring partner, Pam Shriver, her boy played his first tournament recently and she was in the stands and she couldn't stand it. It almost drove her crazy.
Yeah, she told me about it. And when they split sets, they play a match tiebreak, and that's when she could come on the court and actually coach. And her boy called her, "Come on, Mom." I think George is 10 years old, his first tournament. Had a good time, got to the finals.
Oh,
Wow.
off forehand, beautiful.
That was a superb quality point all the way from Tim Smyczek, getting the ball deep and hard. And then got the opening and took it. Looked effortless on that. So Rafa has to work so much harder on every stroke, throwing himself into it. Smyczek just casually hits a winner.
Love 30.
Well, that was hit with more authority than we've seen throughout most of the match from Rafa. Going backwards and still creates so much pace, so much strength. It's amazing. The racket head speed that he generates.
Bad luck for Nadal finding the tape. The ball sat up though and gave Smyczek an opportunity to put it down the line. And it's break back points for him.
Well, that was a great return. That was just too good. Smyczek deserved that point. Nadal had to really move to his left to get out of, or to his right rather, to get out of the way of that ball. Of course, if the ball touches any part of his body, he loses the point.
Twice now, give him credit, Nadal, when he's seen the opportunity to unload on the forehand. He's done it to win the point. Had to do it there to get back to deuce. Save 2 break points.
Yep, I was just going to say, it's at 30 seconds right now. I was just going to say the umpires let him get away with it. But now it's been put on warning. I think it was the correct call, and actually the umpire was going to overrule. I think it was out. No? Yep.
It's out. Yep.
Flattening out that forehand, getting more pace on it. Getting a standing ovation from his uncle.
Well, it's been a saviour for him in this game, the forehand, on 3 occasions.
Now if he gets a time violation, it's a lost first serve, right?
Correct.
Which is a change from before. It would be a point. Well, it's just a serve. Now if you do it on your opponent's serve, you get a point penalty.
That's right.
He's at 30 seconds again. Great hold from Nadal, being down 15-40. Played a brave game there.
And in reality, this is the first time in the match that he's been in front on the scoreboard at 5-4.
Well, he won the first
set. Oh, he won the first set, yes. But at the set all, it was an even Stevens situation. But at last, he's got his nose in front on the scoreboard.
Just imposing himself on the match.
Well, that's his style. That's what he normally does, but he normally does it a lot quicker than this.
It's been a long 3 sets. We're at 2 hours, 10 minutes. Roger Federer earlier played a 4-set match and it took 2 hours and 10 minutes. And we're not even done with the 3rd set yet. And they've been short sets in games, but long in time because Nadal is taking, I think on the average, about 28 seconds between points. I don't know why they bother with a 20-second rule. Should be 25, but a more hard 25.
Yeah, stretching the limit between points, but also we, at the outset, didn't expect Smyczek to live with Nadal in some of these baseline exchanges, and they've been soaking up time as well. Seventh ace of the match for Smyczek. Love game for Smyczek.
Whoa, Nelly. Normally when Rafa misses this badly, it's a miss hit. That was not a miss hit. He just flew that ball. Not enough topspin on it. It was a nervous looking shot. He knows how big this moment is. 25 seconds right now.
There wasn't much room to manoeuvre there, but full marks to Smyczek for finding the gap.
Nadal going to his left as Smyczek is hitting. There's no way Smyczek can hit this ball down the line. He did all he could. It's a great shot, but you've got to cover the line on that.
Nadal's best efforts are coming straight back at him.
5-4 in the third set, the first drop shot of the match, I think. I don't think either player was trying to hit one, and Smyczek couldn't have picked a better time. So Rafael so far behind the baseline. So that was a line drive drop shot. Well done. Ball got there quickly.
2 points for Smyczek.
Yep. 2 break points again. Third time.
3 times in the match, double fault has cost Nadal the game, and Smyczek is back to 5-all. Put himself right back in this third set.
Well, that was a bad error on Nadal on the first point. Then Smyczek hits a great backhand pass and a super drop shot, and then a double fault by Nadal. So 2 great points by Smyczek, but 2 giveaway points by Nadal to lose his serve when he's serving for the set. So this set is not over yet. You know, Nadal forced that error, right? Because Smyczek knew he had to cut it so fine. He had such a short drop volley. Against another player, he may not try to go for so much, but he knew he really needed to cut it on the outside of the ball and completely mishit it. Nadal much prefers to move to his right as he's hitting the forehand. When he's moving wide to his left, he's been missing those most of the time today.
Well, some injudicious hitting there from Nadal, and you can tell by the expression on his face he's out of sorts physically and mentally, you'd have to say.
Just a bad patch here.
Well, Smyczek's on the verge of a 6-5 lead here. Nadal's had his serve broken twice. He's been a major contributor to it. And you wouldn't bet against him perhaps losing his serve again. We'll see. Smyczek yet to hold though for the 6-5 lead.
Well, good idea from Smyczek, but super return from Nadal. Oh, the serve was out.
Yes, I thought so. No challenge? No, Nadal doesn't challenge. So it is 6-5. Smyczek ahead in the third. You said full marks to Smyczek, and that's true because he's continued to play nerveless tennis, regardless of what's happening at the other end of the court.
Absolutely, but Nadal just doesn't look quick off the mark to me. He's a little sluggish and probably have to.
He was half a metre short of where he should have been for that shot, wasn't he?
He's snatching at the ball, reaching for it, not moving there with his legs. It's a good serve there.
Trick shot and all, still couldn't pull it out of the fire. Smyczek. But he gave it a shot.
This is not the in-between, this is on the side. On the forehand side, makes the shot. You only do that in practice once in a while. Made Nadal hit another shot, but he made it. Entertaining point there for both players.
And that brings up a tie break at 6-all.
Both players receive one additional set.
Well, it's pretty hard to predict which way this will go. First serve percentage is on the rise again for Smyczek, back up to 57%. Still not where he'd like it to be, but at least equal with, percentage-wise, equal with Nadal's first serve efforts. Winning about the same percentage off those first serves. So it's a toss of the coin here.
Yeah, getting the first serves in. He's been able to attack Nadal's second serve pretty well.
1-0.
So Rafael Nadal really needs to get the first serve in here. And the tie break, every point is a break point. So really essential to get those first serves in and play percentage tennis. You don't want to go for too much, you don't want to get too cute. Go with your best shot and go with your first instinct.
First blood to Smyczek against the serve of Nadal.
2-0.
Listen to this statistic, career tiebreak record. Smyczek 6-20. Nadal 177 to 107. So huge advantage, should be for
Would be.
Nadal. But Smyczek is just so thrilled to be here, whereas Nadal saying, can't believe I'm in a tiebreak. I served for the set. So big emotional lift for Smyczek here, and he won the first 2 points.
Two-one. Smyczek.
Oh, outstanding. Depth from Nadal forced Smyczek into a half volley pick-up off the baseline to keep himself in the point.
3-1.
This is an acrobat shot, hitting off that front right foot and landing on it, but he's done it a lot and only missed one of them. Gets up pretty high. It's a great shot.
Points to 1 in favour of Smyczek.
It's not looking good for Nadal here. He's just has no confidence right now. Returning second serve, 20 feet behind the baseline. Barely making it over the net. Badly missing with that forehand down the line. He's clearly out of sorts.
That one stays hit.
That's the Nadal we know and adore. And it's interspersed with Nadal that we don't recognize, with loose errors, badly missed balls. And then he comes up with brilliant stuff like that on a big point, biggest point of the match so far.
Well, there was speculation over Nadal's match fitness coming into the Australian Open this year, because of the issues that he had last year with the back and wrist and appendix. But there's another issue at play here, and we're not quite certain what it is. But there is something debilitating to a degree affecting Nadal. Smyczek hasn't let him put that factor off his game. Full credit to him. 2-4, Nadal serving. Tie-break third set.
Well, Tim Smyczek is playing the match of his life, and he's taking those opportunities when he gets them.
Well, he's looking strong for a 2-1 lead here.
This set is on his racket.
Handful of set points here for Smyczek.
Sometimes the tiebreak takes the pressure off because you can get so many set points in a row that you would never get serving for the set or getting a break point. Wow.
An ace for the tiebreak for the set, and a lead of 2-1. Remember, Nadal served for it at 5-4. Smyczek closes it out in a tiebreak.
Oh, you almost made that. Nadal must be thinking, if you make this, I'm just walking off this court. No, actually, he's not thinking that, but thankful that that ball didn't dip in. Well, no first serves in this game, but 40-love up, so that's good news, bad news situation. Nadal not even twitching for that ball. Hit his second serve, 180 kilometers an hour. I don't know if I've ever seen him do that. Smyczek was ready.
15.
First one for a while, but that's number 9. Two in a row. Nadal's dubious, but no challenge.
Well, Smyczek has 10 aces and 1 double fault for the match. Nadal 1 ace, 5 double faults. And 3 of those double faults came on break points down. So lack of match play, some nerves. Combination of Smyczek playing very well. Much better than I think any of us thought he could play. Looks very stiff with his hand on the serve. He's not releasing the racket head. The toss is low as well. Just looks tilted. You know, maybe because of the stomach, you can't really stretch full on. He's ducking under the ball.
Almost as though he's cramping up, not in the legs, but in the midriff.
Yeah, collapsing. Oh. Well, Nadal would love to get some free points off his serve, shorten up the points, but doesn't look like he can serve as hard as he wants to.
Challenge, but I think it was out.
Yeah. Slightly late call. If it had been called, Rafa was going to challenge. It was called out. Smyczek challenges. I do believe it was out. Yep. Yeah, Smyczek knows he had a chance on that one. The opening was there. Didn't have to be quite that deep. Running your opponent on the diagonal. Nadal is a master at that because he can really push people back and he can bring them in short the other way. How many drop shots does Rafa hit? Like 1 or 2 the whole match? Good hold. Well, Tim Smyczek continues to hit that shot off that front foot and continues to make him, and pushing Rafa Nadal around the court. Well, normally, the longer the rally, the better off Rafa Nadal is, but given the state of his body, I think he wants to keep the points as short as possible. Because you can see him conserving energy between points. He's just not wasting anything. And Tom Smyczek is serving out of his mind.
11 aces. Oh, it's in. Nadal let it go.
No, he slipped. He's not feeling well. He slipped. Lost his footing. I think he wanted to hit it. And you'll see he stumbled on, and we won't see it there.
Yes, yeah. Smyczek is going for a new racket. Nadal bent double at the other end of the court. That's not a great picture, is it?
You never see that. You just don't see it. So this is not an emotional bent over. This is a physical, uncomfortable bent over. That's why he's not serving as well.
Seconds.
Come up with a winner there, but this is almost slow motion, Nadal.
It's a very slow second serve. He did well to get away from that ball. His trademark inside-out forehand. Haven't seen too many of those with that much pace. He can do this. He can flatten it out, go for broke. He likes to wear his opponents down, but I think now he's feeling he has to keep the points shorter, go for broke more. But that's out of his comfort zone, isn't it? Oh, there's a Rafa fan. He's got the hat. She's got the name on top of the hat. And the logos on her cheeks. Hopefully not a permanent tattoo. Nadal would love to get some free points from Smyczek. He's played such a clean, last 2 sets, he's played such clean tennis.
I think last year here at the Open, the stringers restrung 4,200 rackets in the course of the tournament.
Wow. Normally between points, you can't tell whether Rafael Nadal is winning or losing the match. He's got a great attitude, great positive energy, bubbling, you know, quick moving, really intense. He's not showing that at all today. He's just conserving all his energy. He's not a happy camper. I'm getting some cheap points here from Smyczek. Should have made that volley, should have made that forehand, and now 2 break points for Nadal. Rafa saying, please, can you give me a few more of those? You haven't given me anything.
Break of serve and a lead of 4 games to 2. If anybody can tough it out in this circumstance, Nadal would have to be your man.
They love Rafael Nadal here in Austria. I love his attitude, his intensity, his good sportsmanship. So the crowd's definitely wanting to see him get at least into the 5th set and hopefully win the match. Because they want to see him later in the tournament, not just today. Oof. 123 Ks as well.
Because he's just not getting up to the ball, is he?
No, he can't really stretch out. He's kind of side-arming it. Not a full stretch. No extension. Just twisting and arming the ball. Annoyed by a bug there.
15.
We said before, Nadal won't quit. He'll keep at it here like a dog with a bone, do whatever he can to try and win through this. The expectation that he'll recover. He could win through here and then feel a different man tomorrow.
Exactly. It might be the case of bad news is you are sick now, but good news is you will get better. This is not an injury. It's just something temporary, but can you get through it? Well, we know how tough Nadal is. If anybody can do it, it's him.
That's it.
Any error from the racket of Smyczek, welcomed by Nadal. Conserve his energy, conserve the effort.
Well, good body serve, which is, in my opinion, the most underused weapon in the game, particularly on the men's side. They don't really use that body serve at all. They want to go for the big one. It's very effective. And
He holds for 5-2. Right on the tee. Ace number 12. Oh, he's challenging the call. I thought it was spot on.
Yeah, me too. But he looked at the mark, but he's already in the ad court. Maybe he's just trying to buy time. It's inside. Inside the line. Throwaway challenge.
In fact, it was Smyczek's 13th, not his 12th.
Going for broke, not wasting any energy. Normally Rafael Nadal fights for every point, but I don't expect him to be running anything down on this one. That's when you know something's wrong, when Nadal does not try to go for the shots.
But he'll make, he's conserved that energy to make more effort here on his own serve.
That's exactly right. Well, Nadal failed when he served for the third set at 5-4. Played a very loose game, 2 giveaway points. Let's see if we can do better here serving for the fourth set.
Thank you.
That return was so bad, it was good. It's short enough. Forcing Nadal into that while inside the court. The ball was too low, couldn't roll it. So again, Nadal in a hole when he's serving for the set.
Went for too much.
Good change up there from Nadal, a little slice and a little inside out, so the ball was spinning to Smyczek's left. And he overhit it. He swung too early. It was a slow ball. Drew the air. Smart play from Nadal.
30-15.
Nadal takes that on the chin.
It's quick off the mark, Smyczek. Very quick to move to the ball.
No movement of the feet there for Smyczek.
No, he got stuck in cement on that one. Nadal's saying thank you very much, set point. Crowd cheering him on.
Nadal levels up at 2 sets all.
Smyczek, however, you see he's fit, he's fresh. See if he can keep it up physically and mentally. Only been here 3 times ever in a 5th set.
Got to be full of admiration for Nadal. That took a supreme effort. He still couldn't quite get there, but he never gave up on it.
That was a long sprint, perhaps the longest one of the match for him. Not even close, but great hustle. Wow. That comes from great right hand on that backhand to be able to pull it cross court off a very good serve. So yeah, after somebody runs that much and they're out of breath, a good serve is going right at them. Body serve, it's hard to get out of the way when you're out of breath, but he kind of can lunge into the shot. So I missed that time. Thank you very much. And Tim Smyczek hasn't missed too many balls in this match. It's great that slow motion. You can see exactly what happens to the racket. That impact.
On the line.
Wow. We have not seen this whole match long. Taking the ball early, going hard down the line. Did it on the backhand, and now off the return of serve, gives himself a break point. Nadal would love nothing more than to get ahead here in the early going. Will he step into this one again? He's close to the baseline.
That's the longest rally of the match. Full marks to Smyczek. Nadal picked up the pace and the power on the ball at least 2 or 3 times in that exchange to try and find an opening, but Smyczek didn't falter.
Well, that backhand return's been going down cross court every time. Still getting the forced error here. So Nadal gets another break point. Smyczek needs to be looking for that return to go there if he is serving out wide. Break point before Smyczek hit one ball on the baseline. The crowd was gasping, thinking maybe it could have been out. Now the second break point, his serve was right on the service line, very close to being double fault. You see how much Smyczek has been dominating. His 51 winners to Nadal's 31 for the match.
Advantage, Smyczek.
Smyczek denies Nadal the break opportunities in the opening game of the 5th. 1 game to love.
Nadal has 32 winners, 46 unforced errors. Smyczek is 51-41.
It's a good stat.
Very amazing stat for Smyczek. The way he plays, you know, retriever, but he takes the short balls when looks for the opportunities to put the ball away. He's taking his chances. Nadal is used to being in the plus column on the winners to unforced errors ratio. So he's on the receiving end of it.
You could hear almost the distressed effort from Nadal as he failed to reach this ball.
Well, after he serves, he moves to his right to look for the forehand, so he actually was running away from the ball. Still a super return from Smyczek. Well, Smyczek's hit this backhand of that front foot about 12, 13 times. You know, usually you see it maybe once a match from somebody, but for him, it's nothing special. But this time he missed it. That's the second one he missed. Made about 10 of them. The idea is to get on top of the ball so you can still take a full swing. Agnieszka Radwanska hits it a little bit too, but I really don't like it. I don't think it's necessary.
A little bit of showmanship. Well, we're in a very delicate part of the match as far as Nadal is concerned here, struggling on serve. Smyczek survived break points in his opening service game of the set. He's feeling good about himself.
When Rafael Nadal flattens out the forehand and makes it, he wins a huge majority of the points. But he's not done that often.
Well, so that hard, that flat, and that depth, it's almost impossible to deal with.
Fantastic.
That's excellent. Well, as long as Nadal continues to level peg, there's always a chance that Smyczek will go off the boil a little, which he hasn't done right through 4 sets of tennis so far.
Thank you.
That energy we've been talking about Nadal conserving, you can bet he'll expend it here in the 5th set when necessary.
We have no tiebreak here in the final set. And normally Nadal would be thrilled with that because he wants the match to go for as long as possible. However, today, the way he's feeling, I think he would prefer to have a tiebreak. So at least he knows how there'll be an end to it at 6-all, and he will be able to conserve or let go of his energy and not have to save it because it's so indefinite.
Oh, quick hands. Smyczek.
Smyczek very sound technically. He really plays within himself. Gets this ball, keeps the racket in front of him. Nadal should have gone down the line with that volley. Kept the ball in front of him. Instead he goes across Smyczek's body. But good reflex from Tim.
On the line and good.
Now inside the line.
30-15.
But Nadal's slice can only be effective when it's low. These balls are floating up. It's like batting practice for Smyczek. He's gonna make that 19 out of 20 times. That's just too easy, sitting there.
And again, this time on the backhand.
40-15.
Ace number 14 and a lead of 2-1 in the fifth. You've got to figure that a break of serve one way or the other is going to decide the issue. Not that you'd expect Nadal to wilt if he goes down a break, but it would be a body blow, no doubt about that.
Smyczek sure is hustling for everything. He looks as fresh as he did in the first set. Nadal needs to keep the points short. So that means hitting flatter and harder.
I think it's good.
It's an immediate challenge. I think it just caught the line. You only need 1 millimeter of the line. And that's about all he's got.
Oh, even if it's a millimeter. That's as close as I've seen.
30-15.
Well, actually, you don't need 1 millimeter. You just need to touch it,
Touch
right?
it, yeah.
Just on the outside, as long as there's no space. So he had 2 millimeters to spare on that one.
40-15. Cain Nadal.
Belgian flags. Justine Henin retired.
So 2 games all, 2 sets all. Smyczek to serve. He was down break points in the opening game of this set. Would have been a huge bonus for Nadal to get the break there, but full credit to Smyczek.
Wiping off some more of Nadal's sweat from the game before. Didn't notice it on the when he was receiving the serve, because he was always on the corner of the court.
Now
New
he wants
balls.
to push off on serve.
Right. Just to make sure he doesn't slip. New balls. That's a super serve. He's been using that wide serve a lot. I think Nadal needs to move over, take it away from him, make him go down the tee. And also by Nadal standing so far back behind the baseline, that slice out wide is very effective.
Intelligent serving by Smyczek.
No, not much of a pattern. Like I said, the wide one has been effective, and Rafa moves over, and then he goes down the middle. Another ace here.
15th ace of the match and the game at a lead of 3-2 in the 5th set.
50.
The serve was long. Smyczek's not challenging.
13.
Smyczek is trying to make a noise that we haven't heard the whole match, so I'm thinking he's getting a little winded, a little tired. Great game from Nadal with authority.
Love game for 3-all.
3 games off.
Well, what do you think, Gary? Who do you put your money on?
Oh, I'd put my money on Nadal.
Yeah, you still have to go with him. He's playing below his level. Can he raise it a little bit? Yes. Can he raise it a lot? Well, maybe not a lot, but enough.
Enough.
Whereas Smyczek is right on the edge of it. You think Smyczek has a lot more space to go down, whereas Nadal has a lot more space to go up. But still, 3-all in the 5th set. It's a very short space to work with now.
What Nadal is desperate for is a free point or two on Smyczek's serve.
Now there's one. He needs to force it. I really think he needs to take the return early and get on the offense with the return. Just getting the ball in play. Smyczek's getting too much time. It worked pretty well in the first game. Not a bad play, but given the fact that he's only hit that drop shot twice the whole match, I'm thinking that he's getting a little tired and wants this point to be over. Looked a bit nonchalant on that one. Anyway, Nadal's gotten his 2 free points here.
Yes, that drop shot's normally a sign of anxiety to finish the point. I can be in a winning position here if I can keep making these shots and getting the ball short, making Nadal move and expend that limited energy that he appears to have. Nadal would love to be all over this second serve.
Well, he mishit it. That was such an inside-out forehand. He got jammed on it.
Put a lot of spin on the ball, though.
The ball bounced to the left when it bounced and drew the error. So another break point here for Nadal. He had 2 in the first game of this set. Let's get another one here. Sneaks a look at Uncle Tony.
Please.
Come on, people. That's the right play. Didn't make it.
Advantage.
Smyczek holds on for 4-3, denying Nadal again.
Very uncomfortable shot there for Nadal. Well inside the baseline. Really had to hook that forehand to get it to come down. And he did just that.
Well, it doesn't matter what Nadal does here. Smyczek keeps coming up with the answers.
Smyczek is looking pretty fresh. That ball was hit down the line well, but short, allowing Smyczek that time to get around that and pull it cross court for a winner. Winner number 60. That return of serve set it all up. Nadal a little slow getting to that ball on the backhand. He's on his heels after that. See right here, he's still going backwards, floats it up. Now he's on the run. Smyczek at backhand down the line. That's his money shot.
Door opens up for Smyczek, 15-40. Nadal.
15-30.
15-30, sorry.
That's a good serve. And Smyczek should not have been beaten by that serve. He's got to know that's Rafa's go-to serve. He's going to pull it wide, give himself the opening. Should not have been beaten. Oh, that's ridiculous. Well inside the sidelines. He's in the doubles alley hitting that shot. That pretty much needs to be a winner. Because you're a sitting duck for the next ball. Still creates so much pace with that brave shot from Nadal.
Lekt for service.
Second serve straight onto the racket.
Yeah, the body serve didn't slice enough into the body. It was right there in the wheelhouse for Smyczek. All he had to do was step into the ball. Needed to get it further to the right. Again, danger time for Nadal here.
Thank you.
He's not faced a break point in this set. Smyczek for the match is 5 of 7 breakpoint conversion. Nadal 6 of 15. That's why he's been able to stay close to Nadal, even though on paper the other numbers he's ahead. Winners, unforced errors, all that, but breakpoints. Nadal's put himself into position more, has not converted so well. Big hold from Nadal here. Again, going with that wide serve, eliciting the error. And now Nadal can smell the end of the line here. Within 2 games of winning the match. Would love to be able to serve it out if he can break here and serve it out. Same time, he does not want to be down 5-4 because now any break points are match points, so it's different.
Correct, yes, and he needs just one opportunity here against Smyczek's serve early in this game. Nadal on his toes for the first time virtually in the match.
You can smell the finish line. Some of the top players play their best tennis, and they can see the end.
Looked good leaving the racket, but it was fading away, and was well wide by the time it landed.
Yeah, it's too much inside out, a little side spin on it. You see how he cuts completely around his body. Man, that is a smart play. First change-up serve of the match, 146 kilometers an hour, completely fooled Nadal, got a weak reply. So many times you see guys miss-hit because they hit out off that slow serve. And again, that down the line backhand. Smart player, Smyczek. Really thinks well on his feet. Just missed it, but that predictability of the Nadal return could cost him. One of the longest rallies of the match. Nadal pulls the trigger, and Smyczek didn't quite expect it.
Oh, just missed long.
14.
He did everything right. Got down the line, got it past Smyczek, but couldn't get it to dip inside the baseline. Don't see Nadal missing that long very often. He knows he should have had that. Serve.
Too good indeed, said Smyczek.
That's some brave tennis, but we wouldn't expect anything less. Look how much he cuts the angle here. It's on the outside of the ball. Rifles it for a winner. Nobody can hit the ball as hard as Rafael Nadal when they're going backwards.
14.
And still so much topspin. Power is just astonishing. Great game so far from Nadal here with his back to the wall.
For 5-all, as the Rolex match clock clicks over 4 hours and 1 minute now.
5 Gibson.
And Smyczek knows that one slip on his part could be the end of what's been a glorious match for him so far. First point of the game for Nadal. Something to build on.
Well, Tim Smyczek stopped moving his feet on that ball. That return again was so bad, it turned out good. Didn't get to Tim. He snatched at it. Nadal gets a free point. Was out. It's worth it, I guess, because it would be an ace if it's in, but I think it was well out.
Well, it was moving fast at an angle, and it's going to be well wide.
Well, not that far, but about an inch. Oh, you say, what, 3 centimeters here?
2.5.
Well, just a little more than an inch.
Too good, under pressure, Nadal produces some magic.
Well, Smyczek did the right thing, kept the ball in front of him, but really need to do more with this. Perhaps let it bounce, would have been easier, hit an overhead. But fantastic shot from Nadal. And by the way, that serve was 3 centimeters out. Hawkeye confirmed. It's just a little more than an inch. Smyczek applauds. Really beautifully sportsman-like conduct from both players here in this match.
Back in behind Nadal, smart play.
15.
No slip-ups allowed now from Tim Smyczek. Kept his cool on that one.
Oh! Break points for Nadal.
Nadal almost baiting Smyczek with a bad return, so that way he gets an opening on the pass. And sure enough, takes advantage of it. The ball just got there too fast.
He gets the break, Nadal. He leads by 6 games to 5 in the 5th. It's been a long, hard road.
Body serve. He hasn't done that all match long, just about. Great heads-up play from Nadal. Very uncomfortable shot, that short forehand. He made it.
All that energy that Nadal's been storing up.
Surprise, surprise, wide serve. Hello. Gotta take that away. Nadal coming in after he saw what a good serve he hit and how far Smyczek was. That volley was just a formality.
Oh, some idiot.
Me? Are you kidding me? I would not let this person back into this park. Because the first serve, Tim Smyczek, I think, gave it to him. Is it the umpire calling that, or Tim Smyczek?
Smyczek, I think.
That's really excellent. I don't see that kind of sportsmanship very much. Well done, Tim.
So, what a trial this has been for Rafael Nadal. To be able to conserve himself physically and mentally and wait the opportunities, to wait it out over 4 hours and 8 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Please.
Always awkward to play a ball off a lead court, and particularly awkward on a match point after 4 hours. Not surprised with that miss. Ball spins funny after a lead. You don't get to practice it very much. But still 2 more match points for Nadal.
Sheer depth here beats Nadal.
Very close, right on the baseline apparently. Talk about living dangerously. Tim Smyczek still 1 more match point.
forehand, just caught the top of the net. Trying to end it.
First match point was a lead court that Nadal missed. Second match point, ball on the baseline. Nadal misses. That was the first normal match point, but either way, did not expect this. Deuce. Oh, wow. Oh, I want to give him a standing ovation for that one. Fantastic guts from Nadal. That shot has not been there. That was a tough one on the run. Just went for it, made it. That's what champions are made of. Guts.
Incredibly, Nadal finds a way to win.